you all doing? I am doing so fine. I'm just in this kitchen getting ready to prepare a nice salad, and I wanted to chat for a little bit about something that popped into my mind early this morning. Actually, I called my stepfather this morning just to chat, just to say hello, because I hadn't talked to him in a really long time. And in our conversation, we were talking about how sometimes you can live in one area, move away, and after a long time, find that you're back in that area again. You just kind of find your way back. And what he said to me was, sometimes God brings you back around. Okay, I should have started out by saying that. And when he said that to me, it really made me think, sometimes God brings you back around again. Sometimes God brings you back around again. That's what really stood out to me. And we started talking about that because I told him, I was like, I moved back to this certain city, which puts me extremely close to where I was born. And he said the same thing. He said the same thing happened to me. I moved away, and now I'm like 5 or 10 minutes from where we all started out at when I was born. And I thought, wow, isn't that something? Sometimes we just come back home, come back to where we started from. And so this is Sunday. On the way to church this morning, I thought to myself, I bet you anything in the world, the pastor is going to preach about this very subject. And I will be doggone if he didn't. He preached about, what are you going to do when you don't know what to do? Well, the answer was basically get back to God. Get back to prayer, get back to trust, get back to faith, get back to hope, get back to where you first started out. Get back to having confidence in God. Get back to where you were when you were healthy, or where you were when you were doing well. If it's not working for you right now, wherever you are, get back to where you were, where things were going well for you, where life was a little bit better to you, a little bit kinder, when you were happier, things are working out for you. Get back to that place. And the message just made so much sense to me because I was ready for it. As soon as my stepfather said that this morning, I was ready for that message. I knew what the message was going to be about. And for me, it means getting back to having the confidence in God that I need to have in God. Sometimes I put my confidence in myself. If I'm praying about a situation, or if something just doesn't seem to be working out for me or changing after praying for so long, just wait. Sometimes God brings things right back to where they need to be, where things will be working out very well for your good. And I speak to the prodigal today. Get back to where you were. If you're going through life, you're not happy, maybe you're sick, maybe you're not. Maybe you're having a lot of fun out there, but you feel empty on the inside, but you were raised in the Lord, raised going to church, or whatever. Raised being someone who prays. Get back to that. Get back to it. Because I can bet you, when you were in that place of prayer and doing things a little bit differently than you are now, you were happier. Sometimes, God teaches us a lesson. He lets us go off, do our own thing. But in the end, when we end up leaving that safe place, that safe zone, which is in God, we end up coming back broken, empty, not the way that we were when we left. And so, if that's you today, get back to where things were when they were working well for you, when they were going well. Go back home. Sometimes God brings you back around. So if it looks like you're regressing in life right now, maybe you find yourself back at your grandma's house or back in the same neighborhood you were in when you were in your youth, where you have all those fond memories. Sometimes that's right where you need to be. You're coming back home. You're coming back to a place of safety. And when you come back, stay. Don't go back into a lifestyle that's going to make you hurt, suffer, lose hope, where things are not going to work out well for you. Don't go back to that place. Stay in a safe place. Stay close to home, okay? This salad, by the way, is going to be so wonderful. If you have watched me do my YouTube videos, I have a couple of channels, you'll know that I always make salads, and I always put pretty much everything in my salads. My salads are always fully loaded with just a little bit of everything. And I always use my big spaghetti plate. I love it. And that was just on a little light note. But back to what I was saying. Sometimes it's okay and it's right to go back to where you were. Back to that place where things were better and working out. It's not that you're regressing. You've come to your senses, if you will, and you're getting back to where you need to be. It's okay to turn around, and it's okay to allow God to turn you around, because sometimes it is God that's turning you around. So turn your life around today. If you're someplace you don't want to be, if you're not happy, things just aren't working out for you in life, if something's missing or empty, get back to it. Get back to joy. Get back to happiness. Get back to having a fruitful life. Get back to having peace. Get back to it, okay? Let God bring you back. Let go and let God. Okay, I am getting ready to have a wonderful salad. This salad has lettuce, tomato, carrots, boiled egg, and tuna, a little sweet pickles, onions, and a little tuna. I think I might have said tuna. That's going to be so good. I do have this avocado. I was going to have that with my salad, but I think I'll have it later for dinner when I make my tostados. That's going to be so good. Anyway, or maybe tomorrow when I make tostados, because it's a little late in the day now, so I probably won't make a separate dinner. But anyways, I hope that I have said something that really makes you think and go, she's right. I do need to get back to where I need to be. I need to let God take me back to that place. It's going to be worth it if you do. Okay? I will talk to you all later, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.
'Cause it may just be only